Man coverage has been the meta defense all year in Madden 23. So I set out to create an offense built entirely around taking advantage of man coverage and allowing you to rack up huge gains and big plays against it. Now there are 4 main types of man coverage that you will face, and I will give you plays specifically designed to beat each one of them for easy completions. The first coverage we are going to look at is off man coverage. This is probably the most common defense you will face and will be just one-on-one coverage with a single deep safety, or it can be a 0-man blitz where they are bringing pressure, but these plays are designed to attack no press variations of these coverages. The first play we're looking at is 4 verts in gun double stack. Here we want the running back to the short side of the field, then take the back of stack receiver on the wide side and put him on a slant, then take the front of stack player on that side and put him on a whip. Now the key route here will be this outside release fade, and he will fire up the field, and once he is even with the cornerback, he will explode past him. The DB will stay flat-footed when he tries to transition, and you want to throw the ball right at this point. You want to pass lead it up the field as much as you can, and you can rack catch this ball and get huge explosive pickups down the field. This is all about timing. I would go into practice mode and try it a few times on this route, but once you get it down, you can repeatedly throw it in for easy pickups versus off-man coverage every single time you face it. Then you can also work the backside of this play. We have the whip breaking out that does a great job versus man coverage. Then if that is covered, you can work the middle of the field with this slant route. Next, we have the play motion pump and go in gun wide trips offset weak. Here have the trips to the wide side, then block your running back and put the slot on a whip route, then take the solo receiver and put him on a slant. Then we want to take the Z post and motion him across the field, and we want to motion snap this ball before he comes to a stop. Then when he cuts up field, the DB will stay flat-footed, and you want to throw it right as this moment, and your player will be wide open and you can rack catch it and pick up some huge gains down the field. And once again, this play is about timing, and once you get it down, you can throw it basically anytime you face someone who's playing these off-man coverage looks, and this will force them to switch up their coverages or you will make them pay. Then once again on this play, we have a whip breaking out towards the sideline that does a great job versus man, or we have a slant cutting in over the middle, and these are our check down options. Now this man beating offense is all a part of a bigger scheme I am releasing, all built around the modern spread offense that has taken over college football. There are going to be 5 spread offenses on the way, all from the last 15 years, and they are some of the most explosive and dynamic we have ever seen. Now let me know down in the comments who you want the 5 teams to be. Then each one of them will be built in the spread playbook, so they are all actually meant to be used together as one big scheme as they get released. So we are going to be in the spread playbook for this whole offense, and we will be breaking down 2 formations in this video, but the main one is going to be gun double stack, and this is one of the most unique formations in all of Madden, and it is perfectly set up to beat man coverage with the 2 stacks giving man defenses all sorts of issues. Then for abilities, I do have short and elite or route tech on all 4 of these players to make sure they can get extra separation versus man coverage. Next, we will be looking at beating press man coverage where both our corners are up and jamming our receivers. This is especially common in 0-man blitzes like Overstorm Brave, but this play lets us take advantage of these looks and beat them deep for huge play. The play we are looking at here is curl flat in our double stack formation. Here have the running back to the wide side of the field, then take the back of stack receiver on the short side and put him on a streak. Then I like to block my running back. Now the key here is this outside release curl, and when he breaks up the field against these press looks, the inside corner will jam him, but this inside player is actually supposed to be in man coverage on the back of stack player. Now both corners will be covering the curl, and this streak will be wide open streaking down the field, and you can fire this in and get some huge pickups down the field. This will work basically every single time. Just wait for your players to clear out and don't throw it too early, and you will absolutely shred these 0 blitz setups this way, and you will force them out of these looks, or you will just hit them over and over for huge pickups all over the field. Then if that isn't there and the user leaves the middle of the field, then we have this dig that is a great option versus man coverage. Then we also once again have a whip breaking out towards the outside that is also a really good option versus man as well. Now if you want to unlock even more for this scheme, you need to check out my website Scheme Kings. Up right now is part 2 of this video where I give you some zone beating plays out of this double stack formation, and I go over all my favorite plays I like to use in the red zone for this spread scheme. Then there's a ton more for this spread offense already up on the site, making it one of the most explosive and dynamic in all of Madden. Then there's also all my past schemes like my Chiefs West Coast spread offense and my Bama defense, and an absolute ton more. Then I'm also running a Christmas/New Year sale on the site, and you can use code SPREAD at checkout for 50% off your first month, and this sale will run until January 10th. So if you want to check out Scheme Kings, I will leave a link for it down in the description below. Next, we're going to be looking at if they have 1 press corner and 1 player in off coverage. Most of the time it will be a corner press, and the safety will be over the top in man, man, and sometimes it will have another inside corner up at the line, but he will be blitzing off the edge. Now, this can be super common with zero-man blitzes, especially spinner and dime 2-3-6 and the 6-1 even zero blitz. The play we're looking at here is smash in gun double stack. Here, have the running back to the wide side, then we want to block him, then take the back of stack player on the wide side and put him on a slant route. First, we want to look to the stack with the C route, and in these looks, you'll see the front out route will get pressed and jammed, but this player is actually responsible for the back of stack C route in man coverage. And now this C route will shoot in up underneath of him and go up the shallow seam, and he will be wide open, and you can fire this in for some easy completions and big plays. This press player will always jam the front player and give us this free release, and because they're running zero-man blitzes in these looks, they usually will have no deep safety to help over the top, and as long as the user doesn't jump over to you, you will be wide open. Then if they come out in a non-pressed man look, then we want to look to the other stack, and first we have this corner route. We actually have short in elite on this player, and as he cuts, it will activate, and he will get wide open for some really big pickups. This is an amazing corner route that gets absolutely nasty separation and is one of the more consistent man-beating corner routes I have used all year. Then you can also go to the slant cutting into the middle of the field, and this is a great check down option. Then we are looking at two-man under defenses. This is where they are going to be in off coverage, but they are keeping two safeties back, and they will be playing deep halves, and they are going to be only rushing 4 on these plays. Here we are using 4 verts in gun double stack once again. Here have the running back to the wide side, then there is no adjustments on this play. We will have our 2 outside release fades, and you will see the man coverage players will actually jump down and play underneath of these routes. Then the deep half will get pulled inside, and you can fire it in deep down the field to whichever one of these routes has more separation, and you can hit some huge touchdowns with this play. Then even if you don't score, you will still get some really big explosive plays down the field, and this is a great option to attack those two-man under defenses. But to have a complete offense, you are going to need answers to any other defenses you come up against. And my brand new Lincoln Riley Heisman Factory air raid offense is one of the best and most explosive you will use all year in Madden. And it is also in the spread playbook, so you can use it with all the man-beating plays in this video. Now, if you want to check out my Lincoln Riley air raid offense, then you need to click this video right here.